How to pronounce tricky verbs and adjectives? This is Learn English with Teacher Al. Hi, have you heard people pronouncing this word as play it, watch it, talk it, cook it? When are we going to pronounce this word as learned and learn it? Anyway, you have to understand or give considerations to those who mispronounce them. Why? Because reading these words are not same as other ordinary words and sometimes confusing as well. This is Teacher L, and once again, join me today in pronouncing the doing words or action words and adjectives that end in ed. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please don't forget to do so. But after watching this video, okay? Remember to click like as well and hit the notification bell so you will be updated of my lessons. Let's get the ball rolling. Verbs are action words, doing words, or words that describe our actions. As long as we are alive, we keep on moving, and there are actions. For example, right now, I'm talking. Talking is the action word, talking is the verb, and this is in the present action. Past tense or past action, however, means the action is finished, it's done or completed. Past actions could happen an hour ago, yesterday, last week, last month, last year, and the likes. On the other hand, adjectives are describing words usually placed before the noun. Example: in this sentence, the wordy girl is talking. Where is the adjective? The adjective is placed before the noun girl, which is wordy. Wordy means talkative or loquacious. I remember I had taught these topics to my Korean students, but not with Filipinos, as this topic is not part of the curriculum. However, I think it is very important for everybody who wants to master English to learn the basics. And for today's Basic English 1 episode, I'm going to review the rules in pronouncing the verbs that end in ed and how to pronounce some tricky adjectives that look like verbs. You can have a drill in basic pronunciation as well. There we go, the rules in pronouncing verbs that end in ed. There are 3 rules. Let's have rule number 1. If the verb base ends in a voiceless sound or voiceless consonants, then the ed ending sounds like t, or is pronounced as t. The t is blended together with a previous sound. A voiceless sound is like a whisper, a whisper. There's no vibration in your vocal cords. There's just puff of air, puff of air. It's called as unvoiced. For this word, unvoiced, the sound of the s and the t are blended together. So this is the sound of rule number 1. T, unvoiced, unvoiced. It means that only air passes through the mouth. These are the examples of voiceless consonant sounds. You can repeat with me. P, p, f, f, k, k, s, s, sh, sh, ch, ch, th, th. These are the verbs that end in p, p sounds. Repeat with me. Remember, you have to blend or join the two sounds, the last sound from the base verb and the t. Let's practice. Chopped, 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 stopped, stopped, dropped, dropped, clapped, clapped, chirped, chirped. Again, chopped, chopped, stopped, dropped, clapped, chirped. Here are the verbs that end in f sounds. Repeat with me. Laughed, laughed, coughed, coughed, puffed, puffed, bluffed, bluffed, staffed, staffed, sniffed, sniffed. Again, laughed, coughed, puffed, bluffed, staffed, sniffed. Here are the verbs that end in k sounds. These are, repeat with me, looked, looked, cooked, cooked, hooked, hooked, liked, liked, walked, walked, talked, talked. Again, looked, cooked, hooked, liked, walked, talked. Here are the verbs that end in sounds. Again, sounds. These are voiced, voiced, divorced, divorced, danced, danced, kissed, kissed, cased, cased, faxed, faxed, fixed, fixed. As you have noticed, this is not about the spelling, but this is about the sound. So the last sound of the verbs fax and fix are s, so they are still under this category. Again, voiced, divorced, danced, kissed, cased, faxed, fixed. Here are the examples of verbs that end in sh sounds. Again, sh sounds. These are finished, finished, washed, washed, clashed, clashed, diminished, diminished, flourished, flourished, demolished, demolished. Again, finished, washed, clashed, diminished, flourished, demolished. The following are the examples of verbs that end with t sounds. Again, t. Repeat with me. Watched, watched, matched, match, sketched, sketch, snatched, snatch, switch, switch, hatch, hatch. Again, watched, matched, sketched, snatched, switched, hatch. And this is the last voiceless sound. Th, th. These are the verbs that end in the sounds. Repeat with me. Badmouth, badmouth, bait, bait, unearthed, unearthed, burst, birth, pit, pit, fraught, fraught. Again, badmouth, badmouth, bait, bait, unearthed, unearthed, birth, birth, pit, pit, fraught, fraught. And here is rule number 2. If the verb base ends in a voiced sounds, then the ed ending sounds like t, t. The t is joined together with the previous consonant. A voiced sound means that your vocal cords vibrate. So voiced means you make a sound with your vocal cords. Repeat with me and try to feel the vibrations of your vocal cords. Here are the voiced consonant sounds. We have b, b, v, v, g, g, z, z, j, j, th, th, l, l, m, m, n, n, Again, b, v, g, z, j, th, l, m, n, These are the verbs that end with b, b sounds. Repeat with me. Rubbed, rubbed, dubbed, dubbed, disturbed, disturbed, absorbed, absorbed, subbed, subbed, grabbed, grabbed. Again, rubbed, dubbed, disturbed, absorbed, subbed, grabbed. And here are the verbs that end in l sound. Repeat with me. Traveled, traveled, labeled, labeled, mailed, mailed, killed, killed, sealed, sealed. Again, traveled, labeled, mailed, killed, sealed. Here are the examples of verbs that end with v sounds. These are moved, moved, caved, caved, saved, saved, loved, loved, shaved, shaved. Again, moved, caved, saved, loved, shaved. Here are the verbs that end with g sounds. These are tugged, tugged, bagged, bagged, dagged, dagged, nagged, nagged, shrugged, shrugged. Again, tagged, bagged, dagged, nagged, shrugged. These are the examples of verbs that end with z sounds. Z sound. Repeat with me. Buzzed, buzzed, squeezed, squeezed, mazed, mazed, seized, seized, hazed, hazed. Again, buzzed, squeezed, mazed, seized, hazed. These are the verbs that end with ch sounds. Repeat with me. Engaged, engage, judge, judge, gauge, gauge, cage, cage, manage, manage. Again, engage, judge, gauge, cage, manage. These are the examples of verbs that end with the sounds. Repeat with me. Betroth, betroth, breathe, breathe, teed, teed, smooth, smooth, bequeath, bequeath. Again, betroth, breathe, teed, smooth, bequeath. These are the verbs that end in sounds. Sounds. Repeat with me. Claimed, claimed, accustomed, accustomed, proclaimed, proclaimed, affirmed, affirmed, daydreamed, daydreamed. Again, claimed, accustomed, proclaimed, affirmed, daydreamed. These are the examples of verbs that end in sounds. Sounds. These are damned, damned, canned, canned, manned, manned, tanned, tanned, banned, banned. Again, damned, canned, manned, tanned, banned. Here are the examples of verbs that end in sounds. Repeat with me. Barred, barred, tarred, tarred, cared, cared, dared, dared, admired, admired. Again, barred, tarred, cared, dared, admired. These are the examples of verbs that end in I sounds. I sounds. Cried, cried, applied, applied, died, died, amplified, amplified, crucified, crucified. Again, cried, applied, died, amplified, crucified. These are the verbs that end in A sounds. Played, decayed, betrayed, dismayed, swayed, stayed. Again, a, played, decayed, betrayed, dismayed, swayed, stayed. And we are now in rule number 3. If the verb ends in T or D sounds, then the ED ending sounds like it. Again, if the verb base sounds T or D at the end, the ED will be pronounced as it. Here are the example verbs that end in T sounds. Presented, presented, hated, hated, contacted, contacted, appointed, appointed, connected, connected, located, located. Again, presented, hated, contacted, appointed, connected, located. And here are the verbs that end in D sounds. Repeat with me. Ended, ended, attended, attended, mended, mended, tended, tended, exploded, exploded, coded, coded, aided, aided. Again, ended, attended, mended, tended, exploded, coded, aided. And the following ED words are used as adjectives, not verbs. And they are pronounced with it. These are aged, aged, dogged, dogged, ragged, ragged, blessed, blessed, learned, learned, wicked, wicked, crooked, crooked, naked, naked, wretched, wretched. Let's investigate the meaning so you would know how to use them and why are they called as adjectives. These are the dictionary meaning of the following adjectives. Aged. Aged means old age or existed long in this world. Blessed. Blessed means sacred, holy, worthy of adoration. Dogged. Dogged means does not give up easily, persistent, or determined. Learned. Learned means having much knowledge or scholarly like a professor. Crooked. Crooked means deformed, not straight. And wretched. Wretched means very poor or unfortunate in situation like a beggar. However, when we're going to use these words as real verbs, either past simple or past participle, we have to follow the rules. So they are read as, aged, aged, blessed, blessed, dogged, dogged, crooked, crooked, learned, learned. Here are the answers of the assessment. Number 1, clicked, clicked. Number 2, sounded, sounded. Number 3, magnified, magnified. Number 4, witnessed, witnessed. Number 5, touched, touch. Number 6, formed, formed. Number 7, described, described. And number 8, washed, washed. The word beloved could be pronounced both beloved or beloved. This could be used as adjective or a noun. My dearly beloveds, thank you so much for watching. I hope you loved what we tackled about today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This has been your online teacher and researcher, Teacher L. See you next time.